Hello all signs, welcome to your reading. This is the weekend reading, the period of August 24th to August 25th. We're going to start with Leo and work our way around because it is your month. Please timestamp if you can. If this resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email and we can make that happen. Leo, we're going to start off with you. Things are not working out for you. You're working very hard to have ambition, to have success. No matter how hard you keep pounding away at something, it's not getting you to where you want to be. Additionally, this could be a group project. You could be collaborating with other people. It's something you would really like to see successful, something you would like to be proud of, something that you would like to do to get recognition from other people. For some of you, it could be becoming a celebrity or being on stage or some sort of celebrity, some sort of, like that, and being in the public eye. But no matter how hard you work, it's not happening this weekend. So I usually say when something like that comes up, learn to work smarter, not harder, okay? So if what you're doing, you continue to do it the same way, you're hitting the nail at the same angle, maybe it's time to move the nail to another part of the wall and hit it, if that makes sense, okay? Virgos, you all have no direction going on at this time. I almost got this sense that you're walking around and no matter how hard you try to go in a direction or get a grasp on something or you get grounded, it's very hard for you to do. And this is a very uncomfortable place for you all to be. You're usually used to having a plan and clarity and a direction. So you're just kind of lost. And as a result, you're feeling like things are falling apart around you because we have the Tower card. Just realize there's really nothing you can do about this. I feel like this lack of direction is due to environmental things or things around you that really are out of your control. So my best advice for this week would just be fold into it, kind of let it happen. And after the dust settles, try to regroup and figure out what your new plan is going to be. Libras, you all, this weekend, you're getting you want to do something. You want to come out of some sort of period that you're in and you're very anxious about how to go about doing that, okay? Making something happen. I don't know if it's in terms of being productive or it's just a new direction you want to do because you're tired of being in the same place all the time. But you're really agonizing this weekend about how to go about it. I feel like a lot of factors contribute into this that you can't really do anything about. You might be at another person's mercy, or there's other factors that you can't get a kind of grip on to kind of get things the way that you want them to get going. So even though you have all the energy and the will to make things happen and make change happen, you're really kind of in your head about how you're going to make things happen and you feel like things are working against you this weekend. Scorpios, you feel out in the cold, almost like somebody opened the door and kicked you out. You're on the outside looking in. You're also going through hardship. So it could be emotional hardship. It could be financial hardship. It could be just, hardship in general. It's a real test to see how you're going to get through this period this weekend. And I will say the person that's responsible for it is probably this Queen of Swords in reverse. Somebody who puts really incredible, unreasonable demands on you. Someone who is a taskmaster. Someone who is a little bitchy or a little bit of a dick. And no matter what you do, it's never good enough. So it seems like this weekend, that's what you all to have to look forward to. My advice would be don't engage with this person any more than you have to. Scorpios, conflicted. There's conflict. There's something going on inside your head. You're the Five of Wands, but I felt like this conflict was within. You're working with a lot of internal things about you. Should you? Shouldn't you? I feel like there's somebody that has been coming to you and wants to work on something in a practical matter. It could be in regards to a business. It could be in regards to a relationship. And you don't have all the confidence that it's going to work out for some reason. I don't feel like you necessarily trust this person either. There's an immaturity in regards to them, or they're not known for follow through, or you just don't feel like they know what they're talking about. So you're just going back and forth in your head. A lot of voices are talking to you. You really don't know if you should go with this or not this weekend. So there will be a little bit of confusion and conflict within for you all. Capricorns, you see yourself as being victorious in regards to something, and this could be anything. This is a general reading, but here you are on your high horse. People are praising you for it. You see this in your head. This is something that you want to happen, and I feel like you want it to happen more than anything. So it's almost, you have a vision of something, but the problem is it's not happening. It is not getting off of the ground. And also, the more that you kind of work at it, you're becoming less inspired, you're becoming less motivated, because you guys are very driven and you're very ambitious, and usually things happen that you set your sights on, but for some reason, you're setting your sights on this, and for some reason, victory is eluding you. So it could be a frustrating weekend for you all. For you guys, the advice I would say is just don't let it get the best of you, okay? Maybe it's time to take a little breather and step back and come up with a new approach. Aquarius, you all have a taskmaster too. Could be an Aries with the Emperor card in reverse. This is somebody who is really overusing their authority, okay? I feel like this person's boxing you in, clipping your wings. Whatever they say, you have to do it. If you don't do it, they get very temperamental, they get very upset. And with the Eight of Wands, I see them making these demands. They're just saying, you need to do it like this is how it has to get done, and like just shooting arrows at you, and you're just kind of like running around going, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's really kind of overbearing. It's a lot for you guys this weekend. I mean, I really don't have any other advice except look to your weekly reading and see what goes on with that, and hopefully it'll get better for your weekly reading. Pisces, you guys agonizing about something. Something's waking you up in the middle of the night. It can be depression, it can be sadness, it can be overthinking. You're in your head a lot more than you actually need to be. And I think it's really time to put your swords down with somebody. Learn to forgive, learn to forget, learn to move on in regards to something or somebody. Maybe it's even forgiving yourself. You might be agonizing over something you did, and the Five of Swords is here to tell you, hey, you know, forgive yourself for what was done. It's time to stop beating yourself up, and it's time to move on and have forgiveness for yourself this weekend. Pisces, right? Aries. You guys are making a decision and you don't want to make a decision. It's basically you have two things to decide from. You don't want to do either one, and you're very unclear about what you're going to decide, but you know whatever you decide, you really don't like what's going to come about as a result of it, but you know you have to do it. You're literally on the wire right now and deciding to this. Advice for you all is to step away and really get some clarity before you, the best thing to do is just pick the lesser of the two evils is what I'd say, but step back, kind of look at everything, and then just kind of jump in and decide what you have to decide. Tauruses, be careful. I think you all are deciding on taking the safest road in regards to something, avoiding risk, maybe because you want to stick to the familiar or what have you. I don't feel like opportunities are going to happen this weekend. If you do that, we have the Fool card here beckoning you to take a calculated risk, step outside of the box, do something that you wouldn't ordinarily do, have a fresh outlook on things, and start a new journey. And just like I said, just take a chance with somebody or something. I think you all are in a period right now where you're just being a little too safe, a little too in your comfort zone, and I think this weekend you're going to be presented with an opportunity to break outside of that box. Geminis, either you keep on going back to something or somebody keeps on going back to you. This could be a job, it could be a person, it could be home, it could be an environment, but instead of leaving something that no longer serves you, you or the other person keeps on coming back and keeps on returning. We have the Hierophant here in reverse, which is the card of Taurus, if that resonates, but it's an indication that whoever this person is, or if it's you that keeps on returning back, you really have no intention of committing, okay? So even though this person wanders away and they come back, or even though you wander away and you come back to somebody or to an environment or come back home, you or the other person really has no plans to kind of stick around. They eventually end up leaving as soon as commitment comes in the picture, or as soon as anything, they need to be tied to anything. I feel like this person is very much a free spirit, and even though they stay for a little while, or you're a free spirit, you might stay for a little while, eventually you feel like you have to wander, so you may leave to see if there's something better out there, and then you may end up returning. And then finally, Cancers, you all are this weekend are saying no to somebody. Somebody's saying something and you're like, no thank you, I gave at the office, and it's really pissing this person off, okay? We, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and this person is usually used to getting their way and having you say yes and you doing what they ask of you. They're not used to you saying no, and I've just reached my limit, so expect them to get a little bit uppity because you tell them, you know, I can't do that for you this time, I hope you understand. They probably won't understand, and you're gonna have to deal with them. So it's either this person doing this to you or somebody is saying no to you and you're not liking it and your emotions get the best of you, and we know not to let our emotions get the best of us as possible, if possible, okay? So please consider a personal reading. I will see you for your weekly reads. Adios from Veronica Garnet. Bye.